Enva is a leading provider of recycling and resource recovery solutions, with 38 facilities and 1,700 employees across the UK and Ireland. PIN is a tracking system that has been built for the waste and recycling industry for companies like Enva. PIN digitises your skip operations. Every skip is tracked, every movement and job is automatically captured. It enables Enva to operate more efficiently and to improve the service they deliver to their customers. Understanding exactly where Enva's skips were and how long they stayed on site had always been a challenge for them. Enva have been working with PIN for 2 years now and are very happy with the results so far.
We had a real issue with container stock for the last probably 2 or 3 years, and what we've found with this data-driven solution that we're getting from PIN is that we have a lot of stock and a lot of containers out on our customer sites that's completely inefficient. So we've found that we've got a real benefit from being able to identify and track where the containers are, and we're able to align our stock requirements with our new business requirements. So in the past, we've always had to look at buying new container stock when we've been rolling out new customer sites, but actually having this data from PIN has enabled us to identify customers that don't necessarily need the size of container that's on site or need it for the length of time that they have. So it's really made a difference from us in terms of our reduced capex for the year for new business. What's always also made a difference for is we've really used it as a strategic account management tool. So actually working with our customers to maximise efficiencies on their site and from our end. So you have customers that have got containers that are moving irregularly, or it's the wrong size of container that's on their site. So we've been able to use this as a real account management tool, and there's been a real benefit across the business. What we've also found is that we have increased sales. So it's from our existing customer base, but we've increased sales by approximately £35,000 per month, and that's all from our existing customer base that they haven't realised they need it uplifted. So there's been a financial benefit to using it, and the benefit of being able to identify containers really quickly to enable us to roll them out to our new customers.
We have a lot of assets running about the place, and keeping track of them is an enormous challenge for us. We have legacy kind of ERP systems, and in theory we could manage the assets through those systems, but in practice they pretty much always rely on some form of manual input. They rely on a driver scanning something, they rely on a driver selecting the correct container, moving it in the right place, and everything has to fall in sequence in the right order for the data integrity to work for us. As soon as it falls out of, we lose that data integrity, people lose faith in the system, and then of course people stop following the processes, and it becomes like a vicious circle trying to get people the data that they need. So we have an operating system, an ERP system, and that's where we store all our customer and our site data, and also we store all the information about the services that we provide and the types of recycling that we do for them. PIN were able to integrate with that system relatively easily, extract that data to enrich the PIN platform, so that when a user sits down in front of PIN, they get all the information they need. They can tell what customer site, what container is going where, and also why, what service has been provided, and it's all in the one system, in the one browser window. PIN automates a lot of that data collection. Before we got PIN in, the driver would drive up, he would put a container on the back of the truck, and he would drive away. After we put PIN in, the driver would drive up, put a container in the back of the truck, and he would drive away. The PIN system completely automates that digitisation of the data, it completely automates the data collection, and we get a very high level of data integrity.
We started with a trial in one of our smaller locations, and that went very well to a full rollout programme. And I have to say, from a technological perspective, and obviously from an innovation point of view as well, we're delighted about the progress that's been made. It's very much allowed us full visibility of our stock, not only the holdings that we have in our branch locations, but also what we have again and where at our customer residencies. So, we feel in a much better position that we're able to potentially even pre-plan our operations rather than be as reactive as we were before. In terms of the inventory that we were purchasing on an annual basis, we were purchasing well in excess of 6 figures every single year. I don't anticipate that we're going to be doing that for several years ahead. What PIN has allowed us to do is create surplus capacity within each of our branch locations, which has been fantastic for us. That therefore allows us to target and identify sales opportunities that we weren't able to do before.